Last time on Building a Main, we spent a bunch of our money on supplies for double XP, and got the ball rolling on the final push for the quest cape. In this episode, we're kicking things off by picking up an Inquisitor staff. While this doesn't actively progress us towards any of our goals on the account, we don't actually need our money for any of those goals. So I'm starting to invest in stuff to use after the series. In this case, the Inquisitor staff's endearing nickname of the Slayer Stick is exactly what we're going to be using it for. There's a load of Slayer mobs weak to the Inquisitor staff, and it lets you use death spells instead of blood spells, because spells used with the Inquisitor staff cap out at tier 80 and then get the added damage and accuracy bonus applied afterwards. So a tier 79 Blood Burst is basically as good as Blood Barrage when used with the Inquisitor staff. Before we dive into the gains for this episode, I actually had a nice live clip summarizing where we're at with the account and what I was in the middle of doing. So I'm just going to let that play out.
Okay, been feeling a bit rough the past couple of days, so mostly been chilling when it comes to RS. So I've been doing a lot of fishing, been picking up the thieving with safes in the Wildy, the Rogue's Castle ones. Those still seem to be the best one. There's like a route you can do where you hit like 4 different rooms of safes. I believe it's the Zemreagle's Fort, the Wildy safes, the Xanaris safes, and the Camelot safes. And I think that's like 900 KXP an hour or something if you do it actively. I was just chilling, had it on my laptop, just click the safes in the Rogue's Castle in the Wildy, and it's like 400k an hour, and it's super chill. The room's so small, you can't get monster spawned. You get a spawn as soon as you leave, though, so you gotta lag it. But you can't actually get spawned on while doing it, so it's pretty chill. And oh man, that was short-lived. So the reason I'm in Menaphos is because I need to finish off getting tier 9 rep for Fight Club, which is the last quest currently available in the Desert series, and going all the way to Fight Club, like the Desert quest chain, and then the rest is mostly just random one-offs. So the plan is get the Desert quest chain done while scouting and helping out in Soul Obby to find some obbies and get our rep up to tier 9. We're almost there, and once we've done that, that's the last like time-gated or like long-term thing we need to do for the quest cape, and yeah, we can just knock out the rest of these. It seems like they've made some mini quests actual quests now though, so might have to do these. I was avoiding this so we didn't get Raksha Reapers because, well, I don't want to put the time into learning Raksha at the moment. It's for the future. But I guess I'm going to have to do that for the quest cape now. As for how the dummies went, the hunting training dummies, I did have some hunter bonus XP, but the dummies got us all the way to 98 hunter, which is actually kind of mental. I was not expecting anywhere near that much XP to come from those dummies. There were a few more other than the ones I had in that clip. The current promo gives you a few crates, and I'm just kind of using them as I get them. Not too many extra. I think it's like 20 more than I had in the original clip. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go all the way to 98, so a few hours of big game hunter and we are done with hunter. We're almost done with farming. So we're starting to wrap up some of those skills that I thought were going to take longer. So yeah, we're actually closing in on our final 2 goals. Okay, on the note of getting 99s, here is 99 farming, achieved, I think, almost entirely through player-owned farms. I don't think I've done any farm runs outside of what's been needed for quests. And I forgot you get a money tree seed for hitting 99. And you pick up this skill cape from Martin the Master Gardener in Draenor. Draenor is WoW. But, yep, so this perk isn't too useful for us. It's very useful for an Iron Man because you'll be doing a ton of herb runs, especially with the seed and herb drop changes that happened. You'll be doing a lot of herb runs on your Iron Man. But for us, it's mostly just a milestone. We're going to keep doing player-owned farms. We're going to pick up our ranch at a time pretty shortly. And yeah, it's just another one ticked off on the way to maxing. Okay, time to start knocking out some of the smaller quests, starting with Eagle's Peak. Next up is Contact, which gives us a shortcut from Menethus to Sophonim, so we no longer need to run down from the Bandit Camp Lodestone. And 94 Thieving. And next up on the list was Dealing with Scabarus, which gives us an Enchanted Water Tiara, which we're not going to bother making because a later quest is going to make it completely redundant. Okay, this quest maybe could have been a little shorter. There's a lot of just AFK building of all these walls, but that is New Foundations Complete, which is a new quest just added this week, and it adds this like new skilling area. There's murmurings of this being like the new Portables hub, which since double XP is coming up, I kind of needed to get this unlocked just in case that did happen, so I can actually train all the skills that I bought ahead of time. But yeah, the workshop here is actually quite useful. If you upgrade this inventor's workbench, it actually gives you remote access to your invention machines. And you can build a lodestone just outside that gate, so this is way closer than the one in Falador, and way less running around to actually fill it up. So yeah, I'm probably going to work on upgrading this, but in terms of the XP, it doesn't seem worth doing it if you're interested in the XP versus just waiting until double XP and training construction using portables. So that's what I'm planning to do there. And I just realized all the sawmill steps have been moved like right next to this lodestone. Like I'm pretty sure that creates one of them for the hard clues maybe, but this stump is for easy clues. So this is now way quicker to get here when doing clues. That's pretty nice. Okay, so our Reaper task for today is Hurakan, which means I may as well go and get our second of the 3 Elder Kiln capes. I still got to get the magic one and the melee one. So we're going to go for the mage one here. I don't know why, but the Inquisitor staff debuff applies to Hurakan, so this thing is absolutely destroying him. And there we go, another fight kiln down. We beat our range time by like 9 minutes, but admittedly we had faster spawns and I used a Ripper. And I am going to take the cape instead of the Onyx, because Onyxes are only a mill. Which means, unfortunately, this isn't a particularly great moneymaker anymore, but we now have our second cape. We just need to do a melee run at some point to get that cape, and then we can go to Zook and try and upgrade them all, but that'll be a bit in the future. Okay, this dinosaur should get us to 99 Hunter. I trained more of this than I would have liked with Hunter dummies, but to be honest, it was just, yeah, I needed to use them up and it was the best option for it. So I did some big game hunter towards the end, but yeah, I ended up not doing as much as I would like, so it's possible that I will end up just doing this for fun, because I really enjoy big game hunter. But there's so much other stuff I enjoy in the game that it'll probably just be a case of I say I'll do it again, and then I get distracted for half a year and never touch it again. So we'll see. Okay, the Hunter Cape is kind of weird. I don't think it's actually useful unless you want to go for like 120 or 200 mil and want to do some kind of sweaty box strapping. It basically allows you to do the adrenaline potion, or I think it's the replenishment potion, tick manipulation, by using the cape instead of using a potion you can't drink. So the idea was you'd drink a potion that you can't actually drink, and then you'd place a trap, and it would place the trap really quickly. And basically, using the cape causes that to happen. So use the cape, place the trap. Use the cape, place the trap, instead of drinking the potion. It basically legitimized a tick manipulation method that had been around for so long that they couldn't just really get rid of it. So yeah, it's not really useful for me. I'm not going to end up using it. I had a bunch of protein hides and a bunch of small knowledge bombs, so I decided to use them to augment our battle staff grind, because honestly we had so many hours worth of battle staffs that I was starting to get a little tired of them. And the reason I'm using these up now is because they can't be used during double XP. And when I got to this clip, I actually noticed that there was a ton of bank standing AFK skilling that I just never recorded. And it really made me think about it. Like, I did a lot of it on my laptop and my phone just hanging out with the family. But so much of a main skilling progression is just done hanging out at a bank chest next to a portable.
And I think they were added to try and bring the social aspect back to scaling, but it seems to have swung the complete opposite direction, and there's now just so many people here that you kind of just have to turn local chat off to not lose your mind. As someone that enjoys doing a lot of different training methods, this is kind of sad to see so many of them kind of boil down to click a portable every inventory or every 5 minutes, but I can't deny that it is one of the best ways to get maxing done.
Okay, back on that questing grind, and we have just finished Spirits of Elid, which is the next desert quest. I think we've got Crocodile Tears up next, and then we're on to one of the really, really long desert quests. And there is Crocodile Tears Complete, which gives us immunity from the desert heat, which will be very useful for doing Do No Evil, which is the next quest on my agenda. I forgot how annoying this part of the quest is. These bananas disappear so fast, it's insane. And there is Do No Evil Complete, which is the largest of the remaining desert quests, so now it should be pretty smooth sailing for the rest of them. And that is another 99 ticked off. This one took a while, not gonna lie. 99 fishing done basically entirely through swarm fishing is a really, really slow process. Okay, time to look at what we fished up to get there. 83 mil in raw fish. Actually, no, that's definitely not the case. Some of these raw sharks are for training cooking. I believe I bought 21k for that. Okay, 62 mil. 62 mil for getting 99 fishing. If it wasn't so AFK, this probably wouldn't be a worthwhile method of doing it because it is very slow compared to some other fishing methods. But for what I needed, this was basically perfect. So all the time that I would normally be fishing is now going to be spent doing mining. Okay, here is the fishing cape, which just provides a chance for an additional catch. I don't even know if that actually gives additional XP, but if you're an Iron Man, this is very useful for gathering supplies. Okay, now that we're moving on to mining as our AFK activity, it's time to get ourselves an Imcando pickaxe. So I've been here at the lava flow mine. I've filled the progress bar 5 times, got my suit, went and got a dragon pickaxe, costs about 26 mil right now. And yeah, we're just filling up this bar one more time, which will gild our pickaxe. Then we need to get 2 more lava geysers, and we can then make the Imcando pickaxe. With the 4 fragments of the Imcando pickaxe, a gilded dragon pickaxe, and a raspberry pie plus 1,000,000 coins, you can make the Imcando pickaxe, which is basically a tier 80 augmentable pickaxe. It's as good as a Bane pickaxe plus 4, but it's augmentable. It can be used with a crystal pickaxe to make the Pickaxe of Earth and Song, which is the best pickaxe in the game. I'm going to augment it. I'm going to reuse Imp Sword and Fortune, and then I'm going to make a Hone 6 that doesn't have Furnace on it because I actually want to bank all the ore. Turns out I'm better off just using the Hone 6 Furnace 2 that I've already got, because getting Hone 6 on its own is still a relatively low chance. And yeah, by the time I make enough gizmos to roll on it enough times, the amount of ore we lose through Furnace will have basically caught up in cost, I think. So we'll just stick with Hone 6 Furnace 2. It'll make it a slight bit quicker as well, I guess. Okay, so here's what our mining setup is going to look like for now. We've got our Grace of the Elves, Luck of the Dwarves, Pickaxe, Invention Cape, because I don't have another better cape for it, and the Golden Mining Outfit, at least until we finish the Gemstone Outfit. And then our inventory is just our Stone Spirits, a perfect Juju Potion, Mining Urns, which I need to make some more of, Lava Titans, and Sign of the Porters. And assuming Necrite is still the most profitable way to do this, I'm just going to basically be super AFKing Necrite all the way to 99.
However, I'm mostly saving the AFK mining grind for after double XP, so it's time to go on another bit of a questing grind.
First quest on the list, Our Man in the North, which just leaves one more quest for the finish of the Desert Quest series, so we need to get Fight Club done, which means I've got a little more Menaphos rep to get first. And there is Fight Club completed, which is the last currently available quest in the Desert series. I don't know why this questline just abruptly ends, but maybe it will continue in 5 years? And going straight into Rag and Bone Man, and straight into Fur and Seek. So that's those two done. I don't know if I'm going to bother with his wish list. I think it's a comp requirement, but not particularly interested in comping. However, we did just break 400 quest points, which is pretty nice. We can go get another reward from May's Caravan. And that's the last big milestone, I think, on the way to our quest cape. So, almost there. Let's see what we get. We get a fortunate component and 2.5 mil. Nice. Grim Tales, which is some nice woodcutting and thieving XP, but otherwise, just another milestone, or just another quest on the road to Quest Cape.
And now it's time for Double XP Live, which honestly means a whole lot of bank standing. There's a few other methods I've got lined up for training some skills, but a lot of it is, gonna just be bank standing. We're kicking things off with fletching because it's a really nice, quick, easy piece of dopamine. We're making about 150k broad arrows, or however many we need to hit 99.
Okay, we've gone from fletching, one of the quickest 99s, to cooking, one of the slowest. At least when it comes to buyables. So we've been going for about 7 hours on cooking, I believe. Fletching took about 3. It was super fast. We had a bit of bonus XP in there. And yeah, we didn't even use all 150k of the broads. So got some supplies left over to sell. Okay, so while we are working on our cooking, I thought I would actually reclaim my name that was on another account that I'm honestly not going to touch again. So 2 bonds later on that account, and if we log out, head to lobby, our name has changed from Critlock, which is just a temporary placeholder name. It was the character I was playing in WoW at the time when I made the account. And yeah, we now have my base name, which is Critya. And yeah, that's the channel name of my YouTube channel. And yep, no more having a random offshoot name. Okay, I have not been that efficient with our double XP time this week, honestly. We've become home to a new dog, so we've been spending a lot of time getting that sorted, and that's meant I've not had much time to just sit on my computer and train efficiently. So I've just been training as many skills as I can on mobile while we've been going between places, getting stuff sorted, just sitting on the sofa with the dog. So in terms of skills we've got up to almost 99 construction, fletching, crafting, thieving, cooking, fire making, and I'm about to test if double XP actually works on these engrams. I'm not sure if it does, but let's see. It does not look like they work on the... Yep, it doesn't work on the engrams, but that makes sense. That would have been a 1.6 mil XP drop if they did. So we're up to 98 divination now, and we just got 900k to go. Oh, wait, I forgot to enable double XP. I have no idea if they work on engrams. Whoops. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing of having all these skills wait around until we actually max, because I don't know when I'm going to get done with mining. So it's time to get 699s. There we go, 99 thieving, and if we head over here and make mahogany table, we will get 99 construction, cook a shark for 99 cooking, burn a magic log for 99 fire making, craft a for 99 crafting, and make some broad arrows for 99 fletching. And that is basically the most I'm ever going to spam global announcements. I don't think I can pause double XP because I recently enabled it. So I'm going to wait before getting the skill keeps, but next up on my list is doing smithing. And here we go with 99 smithing. So I'm going to finish up this shield, and then we're going to go and get all of our capes from the skills we just got. Starting with the smithing cape, which we get down at Virgo. And this one gives an additional progress boost on full heat items. I don't believe it actually works with masterwork items though. Next up is the Thieving Cape, which you get from Martin Foyt in the Rogue's Den underneath the pub right next to the Tavali Lodestone. And this causes all items that you pickpocket to be noted, which is very useful when doing Prif Elves, if we end up doing that. And now we get the Cooking Cape, which is one way to enter the Cooking Guild, or you can just complete the hard Varrock achievements, which will probably end up doing all the achievement diaries as a way to finish off either mining or woodcutting. It might be quicker. But the perk of this cape is to never burn food while cooking, while wearing the cape. So we no longer need the cooking gauntlets. And all of the stuff that you get when you hit 99 of like never burning certain fish, pointless. At the Crafting Guild, south of Falador, we can get the Crafting Cape. This provides 2 perks. We no longer need thread when crafting, and when cutting gems, it has a chance to just cut the entire inventory in a single tick. This doesn't actually stack with cutting gems that are portable crafter, though, so I don't know if that's actually worth using if you're going to be cutting gems, because the crafter can duplicate gems, but it doesn't work on gems cut by the Skill Cape perk. So, I guess it depends what you're after. South of Sears Village, we're able to buy the Fire Making Cape, which acts as a light source and improves the rewards from fire spirits. In Catherby, we're able to pick up the Fletching Cape, which was my first ever skill cape, and this provides a 0.75% chance to make extra bolts, arrows, and darts, which stacks pretty nicely with the Portable Crafter's chance to save materials when making those.
And that's where we're going to be wrapping things up this time. I know 6 simultaneous 99s isn't the biggest global chat spam, and there's been a lot more impressive ones, but it's basically the only one I've ever done. As you can imagine, after all of these massive gains this episode, and basically the entirety of double XP, we are so close to the max cape. And with how close we are to the quest cape as well, I am very confident in letting you all know that the next episode is going to be the finale of building a main. So as always, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope to catch you again in the next one.